there, Internet, Mogwai here, and today we got the most kawaii of backgrounds and another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. I'm very excited for today as the balance patch has finally hit. I was playing non-stop yesterday night. It was too late for me to start streaming. Like, the patch went live at around like 10:30 my time, more or less. So yeah, it was too late for me to like actually stream the whole thing, but I did play a specific deck that I am going to be showcasing today in a live recording session right before the beginning of my stream, as I am going to be streaming today for basically the entire day, trying to figure out new decks in this fresh metagame. I love when a balance patch hits, but this one is, oh man, I can't really express with words how much I needed this patch. Like, I started, like, yesterday I was playing like all night and I was loving the game again, just because I was not running into a lot of the decks that, it's like, not running into Darius the entire night just felt, I don't know, words can't really describe. But it was the tits. And on the other hand though, I was playing an aggro deck myself, because people think that I don't like aggro. People think that I just like slower mid-range control decks. But that's not true. I like synergistic decks, right? As long as there's synergy and there are interesting decisions to be made while piloting a specific deck, I am pretty likely to like it. You know, there lies, you know, the Mogwai's favorite deck meme, which is something that I'm never going to get rid of. Regardless, today we're playing some good old Draven JINX discard. Why am I playing JINX Draven? Well, because Zaunite Yurkin and some Dredger, both of which we are running a full set in this deck, have received a considerable buff with this patch. Now, as you can see, the Some Dredger and the Zaunite Yurkin have exactly the same ability, and it says, to play me, discard one and draw one. This is really strong. I went over these changes with the likes of Ruben, Panda, and Swim on the latest Progress Day podcast. In case you guys haven't checked that out, I go over all the balance changes and what I think about them in that video. But basically, Some Dredger is, in my opinion, has the potential to be the new Shadow Assassin. Shadow Assassin got axed. She went from 2 attack to 1, which is really impactful for an elusive unit. And now we have Some Dredger, which is for 3 mana, a 4/3, that technically does the same. I say technically because obviously it's not exactly the same. We are discarding a card prior to play the Some Dredger, but we have a 4/3 stat line for 3 mana. We're paying 1 extra mana regarding what it used to cost before to draw 1 card, and 1 mana for 1 card is just obscene. So the fact that we're able to play this very well statted unit on curve and actually replace the card that we discarded and basically cycle through our deck is really strong. Not only in aggro decks, but also in mid-range Piltover decks potentially as well, which is something that I want to explore as well. As you guys can see, I am not playing the Arena Bookie in this deck. I know the Arena Bookie got changed. Arena Bookie is actually one of the cards that I'm most excited about, but I have a mid-range Piltover list in which I want to be playing it first. I believe in this particular deck, since we are being aggressive, Boom Crew Rookie, yes, Boom Crew Rookie post-nerf, and House Spider are overall better 2-drops to go for than the Arena Bookie, because the Arena Bookie does not allow me to control when to discard the cards, and sometimes I want to be using my axes offensively. So because I lose control for the sake of a little bit more card draw, I just don't think it fits this sort of strategy well, even though it can preemptively level up JINX potentially at the beginning of a turn if we only have 1 card, amongst other things. There are some neat synergies between Bookie and JINX. Ultimately, I felt like this deck still needs to be doing what it does best, and that is going face, being aggressive, spreading out, developing a very swarmy board state, buffing the board state, utilizing our discard synergies, and overwhelming the opponent with tempo and just craziness, really. That's basically the best way to describe this. That's why I love it so much. It's just a bunch of, like, you know, little terrorist kids and just, you know, grenade choppers and spiders and axes and robots, and then JINX just throwing rockets at the opponent. It's pretty wild. It's wacky as hell, and it's just so satisfying, man. This is my kind of aggro. This is, as you can see, mangro. You know, aggro for men, according to me, because reasons. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deck list right there. We have Chief Mechanist Zevi as our late game value engine in case we face a control deck and the match drags out a little bit more than we would like to, we can play Chief Mechanizevi, and all of a sudden we will be drawing an extra card every time we draw a card, and with stuff like Rampage, we can get tremendous value out of her, and all we need to do is draw into Mystic Shot or get excited to just basically use her to finish off our opponents. And Vision is also really, really strong. The main reason why I play House Spider, Bunker Rookies in this deck, because we're playing Flame Chompers. There's something that I want to tackle on in this deck type before we move on to the gameplay, something I want to clarify. The reason why I'm very excited for a deck like this is because I am using two 2-drops here that don't really... They're not really... You can never really consider them a staple for all sorts of like Piltover or Noxus decks, right? House Spider is a very, very decent 2-drop that allows you to spread out and gives you quite a bit of stats for 2 mana, right? But it does give you 2 weak bodies, and in some decks, it's not really what you need, right? While Bunker Rookie is a 2 mana 1/3. The fact that it got nerfed to 3 health means that it rarely gets 2 attacks off now in regular decks, and it can be completely shut down by a 2 mana 3/2 a lot of the times. But the reason why I'm playing Bunker Rookie in this deck is because we have Flame Chompers to remove blockers away. In this particular build, because of the high density of tempo plays that we have, we can potentially Zaunite Yurkin turn 1 into a Chompers into Bunker Rookie turn 2. We are able, or we have a more likely scenario in which we are able to attack with Bunker Rookie more than once. And if you're able to attack with Bunker Rookie more than once, you already got really good value out of him. You are dealing a lot of damage, and that is exactly what this deck needs. That's what I love about this initial stage of the metagame, right? I like cards that require other cards in order to be justified in a deck. I don't like decks that just run, you know, the best cards in the game, and they don't really care about how these cards interact, you know, between each other, because you're just running the best cards in the game, right? And I think Crimson Disciple kind of like took that role in Noxus, in which you would slap in Crimson Disciple in every Noxus deck under the sun. And now we actually have to think about what 2-drops to incorporate onto our deck list. And I really, really appreciate that, basically. So that's why we're playing Rookie, and that's why we're playing House Spider. House Spider mainly for the synergy with Vision, giving us the ability to go wide for very little mana. And yeah, very, very fun, explosive deck to play. I got some really good games that I recorded in a live session against all sorts of different decks. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Leave a like, you know, for uploads happening again. I'm not gonna, you know, promise anything from this point onwards. Like I'll let my actions deliver, but I am gonna guarantee you that tomorrow you will be getting a video. The day after that, and the day after that, you'll be getting one as well before I go on vacation for my birthday, and they'll be back at it, and we'll be at the grind again. I really needed this balance patch to happen. I had a really good vacation. It did me some great things mentally, I guess. And I'm really excited for what's to come. So hopefully you guys are pumped for the content coming back. Let me know what you guys want me to build around as well. If there's anything that you guys are particularly excited about, even though this balance patch was mostly nerfs, there are some things that were oppressed before that are not anymore. So if you guys have any cool ideas, let me know. And that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily content. Hope you enjoy the matches. I'll see you around. All right, let's go face. As we're facing some good old Karma Ezreal. Round 1 in my throat. It's a bit fucked up, it seems. Okay, now it's better. Alright, we got that sweet tempo too. So Karma Ezreal is a deck that's taking quite a bit of a hit. The Will of Ionia nerf more than anything really impacts it. Though I assume they are playing Steel Tempest to kind of like make up for that a little bit. We have a pretty interesting hand here with Zaunite Yurkin as a lead. I'm gonna drop the Mystic Shot though. I'm gonna keep the Some Dredger, just because it can be a good way for me to cycle through my deck. But I would like to see, yeah, perfect. That's such a good draw.
Anything else?
I like her. I like her voice line. All right, we're gonna go Boom Karuk here.
Time to move.
My first big mission.
Thermogenic Beam, which is fine because we get to attack with both of these anyways. We gotta apply pressure. We are on the clock. We have to go wide, and we have to just make things very, very difficult for them. They've already spent 1 Thermogenic Beam, so the odds of them having a second one are less. Oh, don't ask me for the mathematical,
Don't
like...
blink or you'll miss me.
Alright. Playing Ezreal on curve is interesting. That must mean he has another Ezreal in his hand. It's pretty irrelevant right now if he attacks. Like, I honestly don't know what he's thinking. He doesn't even attack for 1 damage. That's okay, sure. My one concern is concussive palm. Concussive palm is definitely annoying because it blocks that. It blocks 2 attacks. So I kind of just want to open attack because of this.
Anything else?
You're between me and glory.
It's Draven.
And now I play Draven. Like I said, open attacking against this deck is really important because concussive palm otherwise like really slows us down. So I stand by that line of play. And now as the attacks, I'm gonna go for the Mystic Shot because if he does have a deny, then he won't be able to Mystic Shot this turn. So I basically, there's no downside really to doing this. I do like the ability of going wide with this. Look at that vision though. Look at that vision though.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Yeah, good luck with that, kiddo.
Hopefully he doesn't have 2 spells to cast here. Otherwise that would be annoying, not gonna lie. It would help us pretty well. Alright, no second spell. That's really neat. I'm gonna go wide because I do have a vision in him. So even though the threat of concussive palm is real.
Secure me tail. Start to die.
The sun rock got me good.
That's it. Coming right up.
Let's smack him. We know it can't be a Will of Ionia, but it can still be many other things. Okay. Down to 5, alright. So he doesn't get the Dragon Link, which is really key here. We're not gonna use Rummage because as we drop Chief Mechanist Zevi, we will be able to draw multiple cards out of this. And we're pretty close. How's Ezreal looking like? He's at 6. Ezreal is close to leveling up here.
My beautiful face.
You dream it, I'll build it.
In Zevi we trust. See, like in a situation like this, Zevi is just so much better than the Augmented Experimenter. We're gonna wait.
When you return malevolence.
Very beautiful.
I could
Look at
use
that. Look at 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 that, son.
double trouble. Time for a field test.
Did that go through like that? I'm gonna go for this and for a mystic shot to the face.
Everyone goes through.
It's kind of unfortunate that I didn't have another way to do this. But you guys saw the power of Zevi there. And now my opponent, I mean, I definitely expect an Ezreal to be there. He knows I have Zevi in hand. And this vision could be extremely powerful with all these flame chompers running around.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
It's just kind of about surviving. Like, even though it may seem kind of weird for me to say that, since I'm at 19 health.
Got me. Trying to scare? So Piltover's finest.
I'm gonna play Zevi here. If he has a thermogenic beam, like that's pretty much either that or like another Will of Ionia. Okay.
You dream it, I'll build it.
I'm gonna drop her again. Like at this point, I could go JINX, but it's just better for me to resort to Zevi. Zevi's more resilient. Zevi requires him to have, and the thing is, like, Zevi with Rampage is just like ridiculous, right? Because I'm basically gonna draw 4 cards plus pump up my entire board.
I'll do what must be done.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
This is really intense. Oh boy.
I'm on a roll. I could use 10.
Hey, got him though. Got him. All right. Oh.
We blew them all up.
We did, JINX. We did. No rockets, but we made them go boom boom. Now the thing is, it felt so bad when I top decked like double, get excited. Like if I would have done nothing, I would have drawn that with Zevi. But hopefully that game really showcases how much pressure Zevi can add to control decks and matches that drag out a little bit more than we want to, basically. Really happy that the first game got to showcase Zevi. Maybe she earns a spot in the thumbnail, and I'd be pretty stoked for that. Not gonna lie. So yeah, let's go. Let's go for game 2. All right, Arahane. Arahane is playing Plunder mid-range. I actually like this hand. Like everything about it, even the JINX. Normally, like, keeping JINX can be a little bit suspect, but in this case, I think this is gonna flow out pretty well.
Time for the
Main event. You can play the Raven's biggest fan,
yeah, okay.
and we're gonna trade into that.
Ow.
Just because.
Of course I'm ready.
Alright, nice, nice.
Find me.
That was a bit risky.
Better run.
But when I get the flame chompers is when Boom Rookie really starts to put in the work. Regardless, here we are.
I'll get your work. Run if you don't. Time for the main event. Double back for the next kill.
It wasn't me.
Could very easily have a make it rain. Goes for it now. Right. The fact that he goes for it now is really good for us. I do want to go wide here, I think, right? Playing JINX is also pretty tempting, but I think I'm...
What are you waiting?
Some rock got me cold.
That's pretty.
or you'll swim!
It's Draven time!
Looking good, kid. God axes need victims.
Let's go what?
Think I got something? Find me a flame-ridden nope! Time for the moneymakers.
Let's get that axe into vision there. Wipe out this board. Get him down to 12 as we are working for that JINX level up next turn.
Looking for trouble?
It found you.
Rules are made to be followed. Like buildings. Or people.
You should try blinking sometime.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I'm thinking here. Do I get excited this misfortune now?
Less thinking, more pew-pewing. I'm on a roll.
Give him the claw.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I'm gonna trade Draven with that.
Now it's a party. Anything helps. Stick your lip out and give them puppy eyes. Trust me.
All right, so I'm thinking here. I'm debating what to resort to first and what my opponent could possibly
You
do.
own what you take.
So Juani's to be expected. So we're gonna drop the Boom Kuriki.
My first big mission.
And now we have the thing is, I would rather play House Spider than draw that extra card. Because now I get to rummage.
It means they like you.
Get my rocket. My cannons. Yep. Beautiful.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Got it. Oh, please. Giuliano is playing Yasuo Swain. Well, we know what we gotta do here. I'm gonna drop the... do I drop the Rampage? I don't have a turn 1 play, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna keep it like this, actually. This is a bit awkward of a hand because I want a strong opener, right? Especially like since I'm attacking first. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm not willing to sacrifice like the state of my hand though, because I really do like my hand right now.
Cute. Of course I'm ready.
And see, this is one of the tricky things. If we drop Draven and they have an Arachnoid Sentry, then they just pretty much halt us completely here. So I just want to attack with this.
Put this here. Better run.
Get my damage in. Normally you would always play Draven on a curve, but you gotta assess the matchup. And you gotta put yourself like I'm gonna want to be going for open attacks very often here. Yeah. That means Ravenous Flock.
Here's our chance.
It's Draven time.
That means Ravenous Flock is happening here. So we managed to basically sneak in. Oh, never mind. Okay. So he just played that just on curve. So we completely nullified him there. That's a good way to start things. I don't really want to deal with this too much right now. I'm gonna take this hit.
I thought you were working the gold.
I thought you were it in Wilton.
I was thinking about dropping the Dredger. This is why I let off with the Zaunite Urkin. It's the least expensive play, which leaves me open to more options.
Where the road takes me.
Time to move.
But now I'm gonna go
First
rookie.
big mission.
I'm going wide. I'm going wide. A Chompers would be amazing here. No Chompers, but we're still going in.
Let's do this.
We're going wide.
Oh, it's on.
Hope you brought friends.
This vision will allow me to clear this portion of the board. It's a lot of damage though.
Time for the moneymakers.
Not only does it allow me to push more damage, it also I'm dispersing my threats and I'm making sure that I work on controlling the board, because this makes his potential stun play awkward. Because is he going to like save up a little bit of damage, or does he want to save his Fey Blade Twirler? Like I don't want these decisions to be made easy for him. But we are definitely gonna see him react here. I think I had to go for this. Like I could have just pushed for the damage, but I think it was like I'm not that healthy myself. Like if I was at 20 health, I would maybe consider this. Okay, so he just goes in. All right. Okay.
Underestimate. Here's our chance.
He taps out though, but Yasuo is getting a little bit scary. We are going to be resorting to this though.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
You should try blinking sometime.
I'm on a roll.
JINX at 5 attack means that she cannot. She does not go down to an intimidating roar. Alright. We also have a Mystic Shot, which is really neat. Mystic Shot plus Get Excited. That gives us quite a few plays here.
Face me.
I didn't do nothing.
That's actually fine. I'm going down to 3, but that's okay. I'm just thinking here, do I have any other...
Where is it?
Now who's got the upper hand?
Boom.
I thought you were working the gold.
I thought you were it in Wilton.
All right. Death rocket time. Whoo. Okay. Got him. Seems we got him. Deny. He needs a deny for this, first of all. Like, Yasuo has no way to deal direct. Well, Nox and Fervor, but we do have the Mystic Shot. I just realized. Alright. Nox and Fervor would have been a thing.
Underestimate. I dare you.
But we drew the counter.
Destiny's waiting.
Here's our chance.
Backfired.
Thankfully, it does not have the mana for that anymore. And we get to go boom boom. Beautiful.
We blew them all up.
This time we actually did. Alright. God, this deck is hot right now. Guys, like, I was playing this deck all day yesterday, and I started in like low 300, and I climbed super fast. It was great. People, like, and sometimes I myself believe that I don't enjoy aggro, and then I play a deck like this, and yeah, I actually have a lot of fun playing aggro. It's just like, I want a synergy deck for an aggro deck, you know? Like, I don't want just like play stuff on curve. I don't know, I've always felt like this archetype is super fascinating, and it's just, it's so fun and rewarding to play. There's a lot of very key decisions to be made, which is not something you would expect for a deck that's so fast-paced and aims to end the game so quickly. But decks like this are what really make me think Runeterra has a bright future, right? If aggro decks could be more like this and less like the Darius shenanigans that we had last time around, I don't know. I'm just really happy that shit like this exists, and really happy with the Zaunite Yurkin and the Sump Dredger. These recent buffs have gone a long way, and I think will potentially propel this archetype to a high or relatively high tier status, and I'm excited for that. I know a lot of you want to see Arena Bookie. I'm working on a more mid-range build for that. I will explain a little bit, or will have explained a little bit in the, you know, because the deck tech goes first, right? Oh, I would have explained there why I did not choose to run Arena Bookie in this deck. But that's basically all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoy the games. I know today's video was a little bit shorter. We just have 30 minutes of footage, but I am honestly like running very bad on time. I have to start my stream. I should have started my stream 30 minutes ago, so I'm already late, and I have a lot to do on stream today. So in case you guys are watching, I am gonna be streaming today and tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot. Today and tomorrow. I'm going to try to get a bunch of content for you guys so I can have some videos for when I'm out for my birthday. And that's all I'm going to say. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the games. Try out some good old JINX discard aggro. And hopefully you guys are excited for daily uploads to come back. Because I know the inconsistency has been real. And I want to get back to the grind in that regard. And now that the balance patch is hit, we're finally there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.